There are many ways that you can increase your velocity on your throws, like lifting weights or doing long toss. But in the off season, where the majority of your work is being done inside the cage and in the weight room, it's a good time to work on the strength and mobility of your muscles. So today we're going to go over 4 shoulder exercises that'll help you improve arm strength so you can add more velocity next season. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Northern Baseball Training. If you're new around here, make sure to hit that subscribe button below and click the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos. Whether you're a pitcher, catcher, infielder, or outfielder, everybody wants to throw harder. Okay, and to maximize the velocity on your throws, you want to make sure you're using your whole body, not just your arms. Okay, we use our upper body, our core, our legs, everything, which we'll discuss in future videos, but today we're going to talk strictly arm strength, focusing on the shoulders. When we're working out our shoulders and our rotator cuffs, it's important that we maintain mobility and flexibility. Not only will these exercises help with that, they're going to help strengthen your arms, help with the longevity and overall health of your arms. I've heard a lot of myths saying you shouldn't do any heavy lifts with your shoulders or do anything over your head, but that's false. Okay, you can lift heavy and you can burn out your muscles, you just want to make sure you're taking care of them. Okay, take care of them by stretching before and after, make sure you're staying hydrated, and make sure you're feeding your body with the proper nutrition. Now, before you do any lifting, you always want to make sure you're nice and warmed up. Okay, work up a little bit of a sweat, get the blood flowing, go for a jog, do some push-ups, sit-ups, bodyweight squats, anything that's going to get the blood flowing in your muscles. Okay, then after that, I like to warm up the shoulders with some band work. Okay, I like these bands. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of bands you can get. I'll link them all below. But the first thing that we're going to do is exterior rotations. Okay, so we're going to hold the bands out front of our body like this, creating an L with our arms, and we're just going to rotate out. Okay, do 8 to 10 with each arm. Nice and slow and controlled, making sure that we keep this pivot point of our elbow in the same spot. Okay, so do about 8 to 10 with each arm. After that, we're gonna work on the medial head, which is the outside of our shoulder. Hold the band in front of our body like this, and we're just gonna extend straight out. Okay, just like that. Wanna make sure we get to about 90 degrees. We can have a slight bend in our arm here. Okay, we don't need to be fully straight out. We can have a little bit of a bend. Okay, just work on getting this elbow up to the same plane as your shoulder. Okay, so do 8 to 10 with your right arm and switch 8 to 10 with your other arm. Okay, once you've done that, we're going to work on the anterior head, which is the front of our shoulder. Okay, same thing, hold the band in front of our body, and we're just going to extend straight out like that. Okay, go back and forth, or you can do 8 to 10 with one arm, and then 8 to 10 with the other arm, making sure that we go focus on going slow and controlled. Okay, we don't want to rush and we don't want to bounce. Okay, after that, we're going to work on the posterior head, which is the back of our shoulder. Hold the band out in front of our body, and we're going to do face pulls by pulling our elbows straight back, like that. Okay, that's going to work the posterior head and a little bit of our traps. So now that we're warmed up, we're going to get into the first exercise. So for the first exercise, we're going to work on rotation and our rotator cuffs. Okay, grab something light. We're going to do high volume. You can either grab like a 5-pound or even hold a baseball or a softball, whatever works for you. Okay, and we're going to hold the dumbbells right in front of our body like this, and we're going to rotate up 90 degrees and rotate up another 90 degrees. Okay, just down like that. That's 1 rep. Okay, and I believe in high volume, so we're going to do 4 sets of 20 to 25 reps. Okay, I know a lot of coaches and trainers believe in the old school mantra of 3 sets of 10 or 4 sets of 12, but we're going to do 4 sets of 20 to 25, rest for 45 seconds, and then go again. So next exercise we're going to do lateral raises, which works on the medial head, which is the outside of our shoulder. Okay, so we're going to stand, we're going to bend forward slightly, engaging our core, holding the weights in front of our body like this, and we're just going to raise it up so it's parallel to the floor. Okay, nice and slow and controlled. We don't want to be using our whole body like this. Okay, just nice and slow and controlled to about parallel to the ground. Okay, we don't need to go way up here, and we want to go higher than 45. Get till parallel to the ground. Once you've done 20 to 25 of that, we're going to drop set it. So grab something lighter, and we're going to do 20 more. Okay, nice and slow and controlled. This is really burn. Okay, and then once you've done 20 to 25 of that, if you really want to burn it out, grab a band and do as many as you can with the band. Okay, you want to go till absolute failure. So next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna do front raises, which works on the anterior head, which is the front of the shoulder. Okay, so stand straight up, and we're gonna alternate this time. We're gonna go straight up, parallel to the ground, down nice and slow, back up with the other arm, nice and slow. And same thing, we don't wanna be using our whole body to lift them up, okay? The weight doesn't matter. You wanna do something nice and light that you can control it, really isolate the shoulders. Okay, once you've done 20 of that, same thing, we're gonna drop it down and do 20 more. Okay, nice and slow and controlled. Really burn out the muscles. Okay, after you've done 20 of that, same thing, we're gonna really burn it out this time. Grab the band and do as many as you can with the band. Okay, go to absolute failure. Now before we get into this last exercise, if you guys are finding value in this video, hit that subscribe button below and smash that like button. For this last exercise, we're gonna work on the posterior head, which is the back of the shoulder. So we're gonna bend over and we're gonna do rear delt raises. Okay, so we're just gonna raise it up like that, making sure we get to 90 degrees with our elbow with a slight bend. Okay, nice and slow. And we don't wanna shrug when we do it. We don't wanna go like that. We wanna make sure that we isolate the shoulder. Okay, once you've done 20 to 25 of that, same thing, lighten the weight and do 25 more. Okay, nice and slow and controlled. After that, we're gonna really burn it out, grab the band again, and we're gonna do face pulls again. Okay, so just like this. Nice and slow and controlled. Really burn out the muscles. For each of these exercises, or for any workout, you want to make sure that you always go till failure. Okay, if you get to your last rep and you aren't completely burning, you need to go heavier. Okay, go until you can't go anymore and then do one more. Okay, fight through the pain and fight through the burn because that's where the growth is. If you do this consistently and progressively get heavier with each workout, I can guarantee you increase arm strength and you'll be throwing a lot harder next season. If you're looking for some motivation and some tips on how to achieve your goals for next season and beyond, click the link above and I'll see you guys next week.